Mickey, if this was a boxing match, would you say you won on points?
Oh look, I think I was happy at the back end with our performance. I thought we needed to execute better on day one. I thought when we came back after the rain break, we played some very, very good cricket. So yeah, really happy with where we're at. Whether we take more than South Africa out of it, I'm not sure. We just really focused on our performance, and I think our execution after day one was really good. So we were pretty clinical, so pretty happy.
What do you think went wrong on day one? Were they too nervous? Were they tense? Were they underdone?
No, certainly not underdone. We had, the preparation around our quick bowlers had been pretty meticulous. Paddo and Sids had come in with four Shield games under their belt. Hilfy was the one that we were always going to work with. Him coming out of Champions League, but he managed to get one Shield game in. So I think it was just the hype around the series. I guess a little bit of nerves. I thought we were a little bit tentative. But after that, we corrected really well, But against a really good side like South Africa, you've got to be on the money from the first ball. So we probably weren't, and that's something we'll address going into Adelaide.
Mickey, there's still obviously a week until the Adelaide Test, but what are your early thoughts on Shane Watson and his potential availability?
We'll see down the line. Watto's had two nets. He's come through them very, very well. He did a bit of running today and came through that well. He's having a bowl on Friday, and we'll see later in the week, or into next week, exactly where Watto is.
Jim, in regards to Shane, would you consider him just as a specialist batsman?
Oh look, we'll have to sit down and consider what we think is the best 11 going into that Adelaide Test, and Shane would come in for a huge amount of consideration, definitely. He's a quality actor. He's an international brand, Shane Watson. So if Shane Watson was fit, we'd have to definitely consider that.
Mickey, you named Mitchell Starc as 12th man in this Test. Did you feel like as the game progressed, you had the right balance in your attack?
I was happy with the work that all our bowlers did. As I say, after day one, I was really happy. I thought their speeds were definitely up. I thought our lines were a lot better. I thought we built a lot more pressure. So I'm content. I'm definitely with the way we went. Mitchell's playing a Shield game at the moment. Let's see how he goes in that one, and it might give us another option come Adelaide. So. The more depth that we keep creating, the happier I am.
My question was going to be about Starc as well, and whether he comes into calculations for the variety and also, to help the spinner out, perhaps, creating a bit of rough for him.
Yeah, that's a good question, and certainly worth some consideration going into Adelaide. Probably with that rough that might be created could be quite good. But Starkey's also on song at the moment. He's swinging it nicely. He's bowling with good pace. So it's another option for us, and a nice one, bearing in mind he's a left armour.
Mickey, just on Michael Clark, it appears the captaincy, he's going to another level because he has a captain. Can you just give us your assessment?
Oh, look, words can't describe how good he's been since he's been captain of the last year. He's been simply outstanding, and he's. I think the key is that it's not the runs he's getting, because he's a class batsman, and that he was always going to get the runs. The key is the way he prepares, the meticulous preparation he goes through. He doesn't leave anything to chance. He puts the work in, and because of that, he's a great example to the dressing room, and also getting the reward through performance.
Just quick, Rob Quine, he only got 9 or so, but he's moved the feet well. He didn't seem phased at all. Is he? If Watson's not up, is he right to go?
Yeah, look, I think he is. He certainly didn't look out of his depth. I think it's the best 9 I've ever seen. But look, he's proved that he belongs, and certainly wasn't found wanting. Certainly wasn't out of his depth. He's been really good around the dressing room too, so he's fitted in really well.
Patrick?
Mickey, the Gabba pitch surprised quite a few people in terms of its being quite more placid than people thought. Have you any idea at all what you're going to face at the Adelaide Oval?
Yeah, look, Adelaide's been pretty consistent. Adelaide's a very, very good wicket. It starts off very good, and you know, if you can, like, I thought this wicket had the game gone the 5 days would have been an excellent Test wicket. I think, you know, if we didn't lose that 1 day to rain where it was under cover, it would have deteriorated enough to produce something, you know. So I thought it was a very good Test wicket. It was a lot slower than the Gabba's normally been. Adelaide, you know what you get. It's, you know, if you look at the Gabba and you probably look at Perth, the game starts off very quick and then slows up towards the back end. I think if you look at Adelaide, it's almost like the subcontinent where the game is pretty slow for 3 days and then changes certainly with a day and a half to go. So it quickens up towards the back end. So, you know, you can equate it to being the best batting wicket in the world, and then suddenly on day 4 and 5, it becomes pretty difficult to bat. So big first innings are the way to go there.
Mick, you've seen Justin Langer at close quarters for a year now. How's he going to go as a coach, do you think, and what are the traits that he's going to have when he takes over that job?
I think Justin will go very well. You know, we certainly won't stand in his way if that's what he wants to do. Justin's been outstanding. I've been very, very impressed with the way he goes about his business. He's very professional, plans very, very well. His work ethic is as good as I've seen. He brings a huge amount of integrity to any dressing room and to any job. So if he takes that, and I believe there's an announcement tomorrow, if he takes that WACA job, I'd be very, very happy because, you know, obviously the WACA is still pretty dear to my heart as well, and I think with Justin at the helm, they can only go from strength to strength.
Mickey, you know the South African team's mentality as well as anyone, better than most. Do you think they'll be disappointed with what happened here, and do you think they'll have the ability to fix what's wrong before the Adelaide Test?
Oh, there's no doubt they will. You know, whether they were disappointed, I thought they were really good, obviously, in their first innings. Probably caught short, you know, like we were when we bowled in our first innings. But there's no doubting their ability. There's no doubting the quality of that South African side. They're going to be on song definitely come Adelaide. No doubt about that.
In saying that, do you feel like your side takes more out of this game going forwards as far as, you know, taking a big step up from where we were before this game?
I'm just happy with the way we went after day one. You know, I think there was some really good cricket played by our team, and cricket played under pressure as well. We were 3 for 40, and to see Cowan, Clark, and Hussey come out and get hundreds was really nice. Wadey came out and played well, and as I've said after day one, I thought we bowled really well. You know, I'm not a massive one for momentum and what you take out of the game, because come Adelaide, it's a fresh start. It's a different ground. It's a different wicket. It's a different preparation period. So, you know, whoever starts off well there will gain that momentum. I'm just happy after day one. I thought we executed a lot better.
Can I just ask you one about looking at Adelaide, Nathan Lyon? It seemed like this morning they tried to hit him out of the attack. Were you pleased with the way he came back?
Yeah, I was. Nathan bowled 50 overs in the game, and probably you know, it probably clear that they were going to go quite hard at Nathan early on, and they did that. But I thought he stuck to his guns. I thought his variation in his pace was good. I thought he built some pressure. So I'm happy where Nathan is, and he goes back to Adelaide. He goes back to his home pitch. So I'm comfortable that he's in a good enough space for us.